Yes.
All right, so it looks like the protocol says that I should coach you through why you care. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So why do you care about this challenge with Alex?
I mean, right, I care about the kids. We have to know their data, like I'm like the grade chair, like I have to I'm supposed to be like managing everybody. I mean, like I care because like he's frustrated. Like he's like, I care because someone on my team's late. I care because like the other leaders are like, the other people on the team are like, David, how come Alex can come late and doesn't have stuff filled out? Like, and I'm worried about the kids. Like if we're not, like that's a whole homeroom of kids that we're like responding to late. It's a lot. I mean, all of it.
Mm-hmm. If you think about what you believe and what you value, why do you care?
I mean, I guess for my own class, like I'll be honest, I don't like pulling the data either. It's annoying. And like I don't even like love the meetings. Like we're like looking at the spreadsheet, like we've got so many things to do. And I know that we have to be systematic about it. Otherwise, like my biases are gonna cause to like create kids. Like I was thinking about this girl that I missed for like 2 weeks. And then but knowing the data when I saw that she was missing it, like showed me like that I have to be, no matter what's going on with like a student or what I think in the moment, like I have to look at the data so that I can follow up with her to make sure she's learning. And so like I guess I think about it, it's the like same way with teachers. Like we don't love the process or this work, but like we've got to be systematic about intervening, about seeing what's going on with all our kids. And like that's true what I have to do for my classroom. It's true what we have to do for a team. Like the earlier we can see what's going on with our kids, the earlier we can like have the conversations and like figure out what to do to follow up with those kids, because like that that's what we're here for.
Mm. So I hear from you that like parts of you don't really see the value of the meeting yourself, and parts of you don't really like see where Alex is coming from. But if you think about like what you really value, why does it matter to you to have this conversation with Alex?
Because I know the kids in his class, and if he's not pulling everything, we're going to miss things. And like our job is to like reach out and connect and like be there as a team. And like if I can't let him off the hook for that, and if the team sees me letting him off the hook for that, like I'm literally letting someone like not stick with one of our values. Like we said we would not just intervene, but intervene systematically so that our biases were like not getting in the way of which kids were of us seeing which kids needed more help.
Mm-hmm. So that's why you care about him pulling data. Why do you care about him being on time to the meetings and following through with what the commitments are to the team?
I mean, I guess the data is the commitment part. Like the lateness, it's like it's disruptive to, I mean, the whole point, the reason the principal asked us to have these meetings was to like collect and respond to data. When you're late to it and wasting everybody else's time, like it's, I mean, it like we don't like this busy work, and now he's giving us even more because he's late and we're not really able to focus on what we need to focus on. And, instead of people in the meeting thinking like, how do I respond to my kids systematically and what do we need to do? They're thinking like, oh, there's Alex, he's late again with no data. And there's David running another meeting where he's letting people off the hook. So again, like we're not helping the kids in his class or the kids in the other classes. Like we're letting the kids down, and I'm letting it happen.
Yeah, so I'll ask you one more time as it relates to like what you really value. First, what do you really value that's coming up in this situation?
Having a system where we're not missing any kids, and using that system to then like respond to like give them what we need. So like we catch what's going on and we do something about it. And that's not like anecdotal, but that it's like systematic. So it's not like kids are lucky that we figured it out or we're following up with kids that we like, but like we're doing our job that we promised for the kids is like, hey, like you need to learn X. I'm going to follow up with you until you get it. And like we have to have a system for that. It can't just be like what we think.
So it sounds to me like you really value follow up, follow through, and making sure kind of like both kids and adults are held accountable and doing what we say we're going to do. Is that right? Am I missing it?
Yeah, it feels like it's like promises to students. Like we said we'd keep these promises. And when we don't do the little things related to it, we're not keeping the promises.
Mm. Okay. So if you could take a moment to think, why do you care?
I care because when we don't do our best with these things, we're letting kids down.
Mm. Got it.